Okay, so hello everyone.
Ready.
We're going to start the stream again for YouTube. So I'm
So
streaming
it's
with
G5 for you.
okay. I'm streaming with JarlCarlander. We're going to introduce you to Grandhouse, which is played on a 10 by 10 board with a kind of empty back rank apart from the rooks. Next,
5.
F, F5, F5. And the
Yes,
problem we
F5.
started a game, but it got aborted because of a disconnection issue. Yeah, next move.
C4.
So I'm just going to play it again. So c4, kind of opening up the queen, but actually also just to stop the knights from developing.
D4.
d4 is just to open up the bishop and protect the weak pawn.
Knight H4.
Knight h4 is an extra protection for this pawn. So trying to create a big center.
Knight A4.
Knight a4, kind of terrible move, but the idea was maybe just to swing into a better circuit.
Bishop E4.
Bishop e4, logic was to create some kind of a battery. Not quite sure what it's a battery. Battery to nowhere, though, by the looks of it, now that I think about it.
Knight C5.
c5. I was thinking if this... I have bishop takes here, maybe. But, of course, he just moved the other pawn. Yeah, of course, you can move the pawns 2 squares. Yeah. Okay. So I have to back off the knight to
D3.
d3.
And push this one.
So he's going on a kingside
King
attack.
F1.
So I get a little bit of the jitters.
Rook D1.
d1, just trying to pile up on the file. I kind of got a feeling things will open up in this part of the board.
Archbishop to E3.
I felt like yeah, on e3 it's defending my center a bit better.
And G6.
And then g6, maybe I will regret a little bit this move because it's yeah, I'm not sure how secure that this pawn chain is. But yeah, so that's where we are. And it's my move, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so are there weaknesses in the position? Your second rank's really well defended, just realised that, because you've got a queen and a chancellor. And okay, anyone just knew this is called a chancellor in Saran chess, in S chess or Saran chess. I think it's called the elephant. Is that right?
Yes.
And it combines the forces of the knight and the rook. But in Grandhouse, it's called the chancellor, and this one's called the archbishop, and it combines the forces of the knight and the bishop. And of course, the queen, we all know, combines the forces of the bishop and the rook. And in S chess, the archbishop is called the hawk, I believe. So I'm not sure why the different terminology between S chess and Capablanca chess, and Capablanca and this Grand chess.
Well, the answer to that question might be kind of long, but the elephant is actually from Chaturanga, so I think that elephant, like to the imagery back rather than like just make up more stuff.
Yes. Okay. So you can never drop pawns on the second rank. Because I was thinking of moving my rook to g1, but I just realised you can never drop pawns on the second rank, but that does leave a weakness on j2. So it's like a lot of squares that need control. Yeah, anyway, I'll do that. I'll do it. You can never drop pawns there, but in theory, a piece could suddenly land on J2.
Yes.
See, in normal chess, if you create a barricade with your pawns, then no piece can ever breach your barricade, and that's good for you're good to go, as it were. The problem here is even if we did barricade these pawns, I'd create a huge weakness on b3. So if I say push both my b and c pawns and you barricaded, then whenever you got a piece in hand, you could drop it on b3, and you're in my camp with a defended piece. It's quite interesting, no?
Ooh, interesting.
Ah, sacrifices the knight, eh? Okay. So forking the queen and the archbishop with the knight in hand.
I didn't see this one.
Check.
There are so many pieces in hand, it's like, oof. But it feels weird not to be able to drop. So hang on. So in order to tell what I can promote to, I basically look at your pocket. Is that right or not? No. No, I have to look at my own. Yeah, that is right. I look at my pocket,
So.
your pocket, or pieces that you've placed. So I could promote to a knight if I ever did drop a pawn, which is kind of useless.
If I drop that knight, you can still promote to a knight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so that's a rather annoying move. But I think that's fair enough. I've been annoying to you. It's fair enough that you're annoying back. So I can't drop on the fourth rank. Yeah, I can drop on the fourth rank.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you try and drop a pawn, it'll highlight where you can drop it.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. What's annoying is when you let go of the pawn, it doesn't let go of the highlight. So it's easy to mouse slip. Okay, so let's have a think. I'm going to go here. Oh yes, I need to be worried that that pawn is about to promote, as it were. And So if it took my pawn on b3, it could in theory promote to an archbishop. So I better take it.
Yes.
Yes. Dangerous. So good counterattacking from Jarl. So I want to place something that doesn't. Yeah. Have a think. Have a think. If he takes the queen, he takes it with check. Slightly awkward. What else is on? I'm going to ignore.
Very strong.
Check.
Very strong move. Oops.
You just, I think.
Check.
Okay, so the point of that is just to pick up the bishop. Oh, I realized you can't take back. That's quite cool. And now to hit your queen and your chancellor.
Oh man, this is rough for me.
So going for counterattack.
Yes.
Because pawn takes knight would be like a queen or something. Okay, so I could take the chancellor. Taking the chancellor seems reasonable. Taking the free queen seems reasonable. Taking the chancellor comes with check. Queen takes. Feels like you avoid some of the worst. But if I take back the pawn, then well, pawns are quite useful though. But no, I can't drop. They're not so useful because I can't drop them near your king. So yeah, I have to think: do I want the chancellor or do I want the queen? I think I like the chancellor. I'm going to take the chancellor.
Check.
Just have a chancellor in hand feels strong. decide next what I need.
Be right back, okay? I'm just gonna get more coffee. One
Yeah.
sec.
Yeah. So if I were to take this knight just as a curiosity, I can either promote to a pawn. Huh. I did not expect that. A pawn, a bishop, or a queen. Because those are the pieces I've lost. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to take this just to try and... Yep. So it is slightly scary. I've got quite a few pieces around my king. But no real entry. So I'm actually going to defend. Because I know from experience I kind of go too much
Check.
into the attack normally. So I'm trying to be a bit more sensible. Okay, that's attacking. That's checking me, also hitting the rook.
I guess now I want to make you
Check.
spend some of your pieces.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm quite keen on spending pieces in defense. So because I know from experience this is my problem. So spending it is not. I'm quite keen on spending. That's the dilemma you have. I actually want to spend because my weakness is I don't defend the rook.
Check.
Yep, good move, good move. That's the kind of move that really annoys me. Okay, and all I have is a rook and a But at least you spent your queen. I mean, that's something as well.
I'm entirely sure that this was my greatest move.
So you like that move or you don't like it?
No, my queen at b2, on second thoughts, I'm not so keen on it.
Yeah. So it's going to think, what was the bishop defending? Knight's defending the same as the bishop's defending in a way. I can always take the knight, but that's not really. take that piece, but that's not so strong. Yeah, so I'm trying to work out, do I attack or defend here? Okay, I'm just going to add another piece. Really? Kind of makes sense, I guess. So if I were to use my Chancellor in defense, okay, I'm gonna go full on defense.
Queen at b2 was no good. Alright, let's cut our losses.
So the piece I have to watch for is that Chancellor, basically. That Chancellor. What could it do to me? So I'm trying to think, do I want to take the knight or not? I can always take the knight, but so I don't really want a knight, weirdly. Okay, the point, if I don't take the knight, I'm slightly worried about something landing on f1, like I just realized I can't drop pawns on the the ninth rank. This is something I have to get used to. Okay, I'm just going to go for this.
Ooh, that's a strong move.
Don't know if it is.
Check.
Don't know if it is a strong move actually. And I completely miss. What on earth did I just miss? What did I just lose there? I lost a
Pawn.
pawn. Okay, that's awful. Okay, I mean it could be worse, but it's still awful.
Check.
So I was forced. Because you can't drop pawns on the back rank, right?
Check.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I think that's helping me defend, but I could be wrong.
Check.
Okay, so you've got all these pawns and bishops and this, that, and the other. standard pieces. Full of standard pieces now you are.
Check.
Oh, crumbs. I'm out of blockers. Standard pieces aren't so bad. Okay, I guess I just do this. Did I have any other option?
Check.
Step up queen drops is the problem.
Check.
Hey, you keep on recycling to...
You lose.
Yeah, queen takes rook mate. Wins. Okay. Okay, let's look at the
Never thought
let's look at the analysis of that.
Check.
I definitely.
Yeah. So a nice mate found at the end. So apparently king takes chancellor at the end, and I was still doing okay. I didn't do king takes, so I was worried about like stuff like knight a3 check, but that's not.
You were
C4.
crushing all game.
Yep. Apparently. Oh, you had some mate earlier as well. Yeah, crashing in on c3 on move 35. Crashing in on c3 and picking up a chancellor on the way.
Ah.
But
See, what's interesting is that your engine is analysing it backwards, and my engine is analysing it from the beginning to the end.
Ah, I see. So it's quite level the whole game. Until, yeah, a5 it really didn't like. Because it thought I can take on b5. And just it doesn't like. It doesn't like you taking that pawn, because obviously you forfeit this fork. And I'm picking up a lot of material. Which takes a5. Taking that pawn loses a lot of the advantage. It prefers taking. Taking the pawn on c. So on move 19, taking the pawn on c. Whatever it is, 6 or something. c6 instead. Yeah, that's more powerful. Instead of taking the pawn on a something. I thought my bishop was under attack, so I take. Yeah, but that was not so good. And then I lose more of my advantage with this whole idea of pinning your knight to your queen. And again, yeah, then it was a difficult situation. I think, yeah, the mistake was not taking that pawn when it was on offer. But then apparently
So once you give me...
I could have promoted to queen. Yes, so I could have promoted to queen and allowed you to take my bishop on. So on move 26, it was quite keen on me just taking your knight, promote to queen.
Yeah.
Promote to queen, you take back, and then use the pawn and drop it on h7, it says. So h7 means attacking your bishop. So I hadn't thought of that at all. So using the bishop battery, and that's threatening pawn takes bishop equals queen, check. So that's quite powerful. Yeah, so you take the bishop, and then I take your bishop to get a queen. Something like that. Yeah. And then g8 to f9. g8. So g10 to h10. So you have to move your king, apparently. And then I go g8 to f9. So that I'm not sure what that means. Oh. Oh, I don't take the bishop. I'm completely wrong. I take the pawn to get a queen and then take your chancellor. Okay. Okay. So that's crazy, yeah. Because so basically the whole point is your g8 square is not defended by your chancellor. So your g8 square is actually a crucial weakness. So getting in on the light squares was a huge idea, which I missed. Okay, should we go again?
What were you saying? Okay.
So should we do another one? Rematch?
For sure.
Have you slept at all last night, by the way?
I haven't slept since our previous stream.
Because I noticed you like streaming all night, like High House, Bug House stuff. So I'm not sure how you're still awake.
Yeah, I'm just a dysfunctional bug house player. What can I say? Okay, so if you make the challenge and you can set the time to whatever you prefer.
Okay, so the variant is Grandhouse. And let's go. And I have to move.
Ready.
Darn it. Okay, I get white again. Woohoo. Interesting. So he's going for... Are there any unprotected pawns? That's the thing I always like to check in sort of 960 and stranger variants. They all seem to be protected. So I'll just keep on pushing. So I'll push this one. I see, by pushing too many pawns, I am actually also weakening the fourth rank, because pawns do provide a natural protection for the fourth rank. So
I think I'm too passive in this game.
yeah, a little bit. You've given me the center, basically, a little bit. You have a check, I just realised.
I have queen check, yeah.
Kind of careless of me.
Check.
So actually there are two nice juicy squares there for your knight. I didn't want really to allow for that, but such is life. So if this is still protected at least. So just trying to reinforce those weaknesses a little bit.
I'm not thrilled with how I've handled this either.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm in a situation where I want to push. But I don't want to give your knight nice squares to jump into. So I'm going to yeah, I see. So his plan is this, this, and then this. So what do I do against that? I want to do this, but that's giving him this square. I think I have to just
Right back. I'm gonna need a lot of coffee to get me through this game.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll think of a move and then I'll get it.
Oh, didn't expect that. Because you're shutting off your, yeah, I see. So you're trying to come in the knight here. Okay. Okay, I'll think for my move now. Oh, thanks Chess Doctors for the lovely raid. We're playing something quite interesting here. Hi there, Bakus. We're playing 10 by 10 Grandhouse. So it's played on a 10 by 10 board. And it's also house, so it means the pieces you take, we haven't taken any pieces yet, are going to be in your pockets, and you can place them back on the board in following moves. Yeah, it's been a long time, Bakus. Hi there, QYM Space, and Ilyas Hamemi, and thanks so much for the raid, Chess Doctors. So I'm playing against...
You can sign into this website with your Lichess account. It uses the Lichess code, so definitely give some of these variants a try.
Yeah, so I'm playing against JarlCarlander, and that was Jarl speaking just now, and we're having a go at this. And so obviously you need chess thinking. You have to play this, but you also need kind of crazy house thinking of the pieces you take, and then interesting. So there is maybe the problem I have here. So okay, I should have explained. There are two extra pieces from normal chess, which are the knight and rook and the knight and bishop, and obviously they're worth almost as much as a queen, which is because they're long range pieces. So he's obviously he's found a weakness in my position. He's trying to hit the stronger piece with the weaker piece. And I have no pieces in hand to block this attack with. So this is actually really quite annoying. But at least he's got no pieces in hand either. Okay, so what I was thinking doing, which is that doesn't work at all, is bishop here, bishop takes bishop, queen takes, and that doesn't work because the knight takes pawn. If I go bishop takes bishop, knight takes, that does give him a bishop in hand, and he could put a bishop on quite a powerful square here. So in a way, I don't really want to give him pieces at all. And so I'm going to try and... Now normally you wouldn't want to give away this long open file, but at least he has no pieces to exploit that with. So, but he'll be thinking of taking pieces very shortly. I'm going to try and secure my position anyway. So, yeah, so he has this entry into my position, and so of course he's trying to get pieces to exploit it. And I'm just going to try and move my king out the way to a bit more safety. Now he's going to get a knight, I have to admit, and the knight could potentially land here, and so he might get one of my precious pieces, but it would be for two of his, for knight and bishop, for example. So that would be one variation. Knight takes knight, bishop takes, drop a knight here, forking my chancellor and queen, but the thing is I could actually take back with the chancellor. Bishop takes, queen takes. So that's a sort of, and he clearly doesn't think that's worth it because he doesn't go for it. Okay, so why is he rerouting his bishop to this diagonal?
So this is grand chess, but it's grand chess plus crazy house rules. So there are compound pieces. So if you think of the queen as a compound of bishop and rook, then having these other compound pieces, knight and the bishop rook, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so
There's no Keston.
So you need all the chess theory you know to play this, but there's no opening theory. So you have to use your own sort of, your own understanding of the game right from the opening. So here straight away, for example, he's trying to exploit the pin on this pawn, so that he might do a double take here, takes, 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 and if I take back, he might go bishop takes chancellor, and the chancellor is a great defensive piece as well as a great attacking piece, right in the heart of my position. So it's not something I really want to allow if I can possibly avoid it. But I have... sorry, yep.
So while we've got a bit of a platform here, I would like to say that the packaged game that you have now is not existing entity. Chess, itself comes from older games. It mutated, if you will, from Shatranj and before that Chaturanga, So
yeah, so standard chess rules were only confirmed like in the 15th or 16th century, 15th century, 16th century in Spain. Well, because I say 15th or 16th because then castling was only confirmed. The way that the modern rule of castling was introduced just a bit later. Yeah, sorry, you were saying, Jar.
Just like we should be open to what we want it to be, rather than taking it for granted that chess as it's currently played and the pieces that you're given and the layout that you're given, the best possible arrangement, because it might not be. So websites like this, especially if you've played chess for a long time and you've sort of maybe a bit over it, they look at variants like this. It can also deepen your understanding of regular chess too. Like you play Shatranj, for instance, you got these two elephants. Bakus. And the two elephants into contact with each other. Queen is not a queen, but it's an advisor, and it moves one square diagonally. And from the perspective of a chess player, you play Shatranj and be like, this is really frustrating. This is and you sort of realize why Shatranj was universally wherever it went. Europeans changed it, the Chinese changed it, the Japanese changed it. Thai. You can also play all these variants on this website. You can play shogi and Chinese chess and Thai chess. You know, so you can make these games better. Like you can make these games. You can bring out to be. So that's my 2 cents. Oh, got a knight sacrifice here. Knight for pawn. Okay, I'll take this.
Why is that a sacrifice?
No, it wasn't. It was knight for knight. Okay. Got the sacrifice. All right, sacrifices.
So I've exchanged a bishop for 2 pawns, but also for a little bit of initiative. That's a slight concern though. Although the squares near my king are quite well guarded. Yeah, because the one weak square in his position was actually g6. So g, it's not 6, it's actually g8. Because neither of those two big pieces were actually guarding it, but now they are. So he's just with one move, he's both attacking and defending, which is rather annoying. I was like, not supposed to do that.
Say it to annoy you.
It's not so easy. I mean, it would be wonderful to do some like amazing, like knight here, he takes my queen, I drop a pawn here, and then if the king takes, knight takes bishop, okay, but the point the rook can take. So notice how his second rank is really well defended by his 2 majors. So really good piece coordination actually from my opponent. So actually I should be a little bit concerned about actually his control. So I think I have to retreat at this point. And this square is potentially weak. There's no. So I'll retreat the queen back to near my king. Yes. Okay. So I could put a pawn here, but it really does shut out my queen, which is annoying. But what else can I do? If I push here, he actually controls the square and just takes it. This square... Oh yeah, this is actually quite a good idea. Actually controls some squares around my position. And he doesn't have a second... Yeah, it feels right. Although he could take and get a pawn on the 4th rank. And something we forgot to tell you is that pawns promote... Not on the 4th rank. Pawns... You must drop pawns within... He must drop pawns within that region there, and pawns actually promote on the 3rd rank in this game.
You're annoyingly well defended here.
Well, I do my best. So this is literally my second game. So he's trying to exchange his knight for my more powerful piece. And knight and rook doesn't. Okay, I'm just going to back off. I can't. But then he has got knight takes pawn, bishop takes, and bishop takes chancellor. That's the only slight problem. If I back off here, takes, and then he he could win a pawn and a chancellor for his 2 pieces. And he has no pieces in hand, actually. That's something I should pay some attention to. So if I really want, I could just try and chess him a little bit. The thing is, if I go here, there are too many attacks. Yeah, this diagonal is weak, unfortunately. He can just put a bishop on this diagonal. So I'm going to back off. And yeah, potentially give away an exchange if he goes for that. He does not go for it, which is good for me because yeah. So my plan was to block here. Got to be a little bit concerned about this. It's defended for now, but it's just a little bit weak. But I'm going to do that.
Maybe I should have grabbed that piece. I don't know.
I think so, because now your knight and bishop are kind of locked out of the game a little bit, and you have no pieces in hand with which to continue. And I've also, with that pawn, we've also kind of shut down the really long diagonal, which was a slight weakness in my position. So I've created a new weakness, which is this pawn. So yeah, rerouting his bishop. We know where that bishop is going. It's going for the long diagonal. So if I go there, no, not quite, doesn't. Okay. But the problem is, thing is, this is yeah, he actually has a battery, a bishop. He has a dangerous battery, which I have not noticed. So I think I've got a sort of moment of initiative, so I have an opportunity to harass him a bit, if I can only find how, like what's my entry square to do so. Yeah, it's quite hard to see. Maybe even simply. No, that doesn't work because then he can. So I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this move.
Sorry.
I think I played the initial moves very quickly, and now we're actually into some interesting positions. So the problem with this is I can never play this because this battery is a problem. Okay, I'm just gonna centralize this.
Didn't expect that one. Thought you would push I5.
But then you just put the bishop on the long diagonal, which you probably want to do anyway.
Just wanted to take a pawn.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, that's embarrassing. Now, the thing about taking pawns, though, is it, as in normal chess, I can claim it was a gambit, and by taking the pawn, your bishop's out of position, so I can take some opportunity here. Take advantage somehow. And notice he has no obvious drops on the 4th rank, which is quite nice. So if I hit the bishop would just go back to where it wants to be, so that's no good. So if I hit the Chancellor will move to somewhere where it wants to be. The thing is, Chancellor here actually is annoying. Okay. Exchange sacrifice is another idea. Don't think it's good though. Yeah, I'm I just don't know what to do here. How do I? Oh, you can add time. That's cool. So I'm slightly concerned with this. And I don't have this because this doesn't defend along this diagonal. Okay, so I've got actual some problems on dark squares here. So I'm defending my pawn while also offering a trade. So he takes the trade, and I'm going to take this pawn. So now this pawn is defended.
I figure I should take your most active piece.
So now I've got a good control of the center, at least. Yeah, you have to admit I've got good control of the center. Yeah, like I've got
Yes, you definitely
seven pawns in the
I don't
center.
think I'm amazingly by any means. Very tough.
Yeah, so I felt that although it's just an exchange, I felt actually that exchange, and I might be losing more pawns actually. But okay, so it's hitting this. Yeah, you've got that. Okay, got to try not to hang pieces because I was considering dropping something on the 9th rank, and of course that's all defended. Not so easy. At least you can't drop on. Okay, let's just here, maybe to the open file. It's basically a rook. And of course defends. Can you defend? So how would he defend again, just out of interest? So you'd have to put his archbishop here or here if you wanted to defend it again, or here. So he definitely has options. I could also just simply do this. That feels right. Okay, he's threatening just simply taking the rook though. That's also annoying. Okay, I'm going to go with this though. And he goes for the rook. Okay. And that's also hitting the queen, so I will take back.
check,
So checking on the back rank, just trying to use up pieces that I would have liked to have used to attack. It's quite a good strategy. So let's defend. So now if I take with the king, it looks more precarious. If I take with the queen, I continue to potentially have back rank issues with the rook again. But I've got another bishop. If I take with the king, let's think. If I take with the king, does he have any? Does he have anything? I don't know. Taking with the queen feels better. Queen also has ideas of where it might go.
Yeah, I think taking with the queen is the best way to defend.
Feels more solid. Or do you have back rank? So what did I just miss? I lost one of my pawns in my center. I can't scroll back. Okay, well, I think I just lost a pawn there. I lost one of my 7-man center. But I have a bishop. I have a bishop and okay, and I have to be a little concerned about this, but okay, that is actually double defended, so it should be okay. So I'm going to go. I feel like I've got an opportunity to attack a little. So I'm going to go with this.
check,
Try and pick up a rook, maybe. I could have also checked for the archbishop, but then no, it doesn't seem. So I'm offering a trade my bishop for his chancellor, his knight and rook. So we have to always be careful of
Nice move.
king safety. Oh, okay, but with that move, you're not actually losing anything. So knight and bishop. So he okay, so I can take a rook, but then I don't see an obvious follow-up. Or I can, if I'm attacking, I can put another piece on here, try and get another check in. And maybe pick off his chancellor, which is defending his second rank. So he could block, but then I could maybe...
check,
So if he takes, I take back with check, which looks good, and if he blocks... Maybe you've got potential of picking up the chancellor.
Ooh, yeah, this is difficult.
But of course, it's just an exchange, but the problem is it's an exchange. It's only an exchange, but it just gives me some... There's also a threat on the bishop, which I didn't even notice. So he goes for this.
check,
for the exchange, and that's really quite nice because it opens up this rank. So, do I just grab the rook? Do I need the rook? Or do I go for a check first? If I go for a check, he'll probably block with the rook. I think I'll... I don't know, I think I'm going to grab the rook first.
check,
He goes for a counterattack with bishop, rook, and 2 archbishops. So should I be worried?
check,
Let's have a look. So if I come here, which is what I was planning on doing, isn't everything defended? Rook.
Maybe I should have dropped rook first.
check,
Okay, so... Oh, that's interesting. No, that's really interesting. Wow. So if I go into the corner, he has... Everything's defended for now. So it's either going to the corner or sack queen. I don't know, I'm just going to take with the queen.
check,
So he's got bishop, rook, queen, but... So the question is, can he claim one of my defenders is overloaded? That's the key. With pawn, bishop, rook, queen. I don't have like soft blockers like pawns. So
check,
okay, but I have 2 rooks, so what's the deal here?
check, check,
Oh, I let his knight in. Oh,
Yeah, I think you take with the bishop and you're okay.
that's so annoying. I don't know why I let your knight in. So if I go up, he's just going to go queen in the corner, takes, and rook h2 checkmate. So I have to go this way.
Oh, PKR says, hey, okay, your teammate just won a game where his opponent had mate in 4 and missed it.
That's wonderful. Yeah, because I'm not commenting on ZH League right now because I'm playing this. So Colwyn is playing a ZH League match. That's very interesting. Cool. I could load that up even,
check,
but I'm not set up for it. You're annoying me. What do I do here? If I go here, what if I just...
is hard.
Yay, I'm making it difficult for him. I don't see it myself, but it is somewhere.
I think I have mate.
I think you got mate. I just did. So if I just load up Colwem on Lichess. So it might not appear properly. So by the way, this is actually quite incredible. So J.W. Wells 42 is he was aboard 7 last season, and he won all 10 games, and this season he's now aboard 6,
check,
and he won his first 2 games of the season. So this is actually breaking a 14-game winning streak to win this game here
check,
from Colwell. Sorry, it's going to. Is it okay if I just quickly? Okay, I'll do it when it's not my move. Okay, so you're throwing in a check, but you've only got pawns. Oh, sorry. Why can't I just run? Is there some reason why I can't just run? Oh yeah, because bishop takes. Queen in, maybe. Okay, so if I block, he's just going to get more ammo. So it's really weird, because in Crazy House, normally it's like always block. But in this game, because all the material is so heavy, you don't want to block with it. So I was going to quickly play through the game for the viewers. Okay, so he goes for this fianchetto system, which you like, Jal. And
Okay.
and this is a bit of a mistake, not taking back, taking here, because immediately he's under attack. Like, he doesn't need a knight, but instead he should have just taken back the bishop on a3. The computer just says it's a minor mistake, but to me it feels bad because you didn't need to do that, basically. And so suddenly his king is not as safe as it would have otherwise been. Okay, but he really secures things up nicely. G3 is then a weakness. Okay, so again, he's securing stuff up nicely. But black is also very safe. So how does that queen disappear? That just seemed like a mouse slip or something. He lost his queen. And now, yeah, now the mate should be coming. Bishop takes bishop, rook takes bishop. Not completely obvious how you mate, but yeah, there's a mate with queen at g2 apparently. King takes queen, queen here, king here. Bishop here, king here, and this is covered, but you've got rook takes bishop, checkmate. Okay, so instead of that, sorry, what happened is this, and he somehow runs away, and it's now his turn to mate, and he has knights and rooks in hand. Oh, yeah, there's a smothered. He wants to, g takes h6. G takes knight is basically forced because if you sidestep the king, then there's a smothered mate. But queen takes knight just loses the queen, so that's just no good at all because then you get the 2 knight mate. So the 2 knight mate would actually just be something like knight here, check, king here, and then draw the bishop out, this sort of thing. But there's actually a quicker version of this in this situation, which is you just go knight here, check, and the knight controls all the light squares, king here. You can even just dump the queen here, king takes, and bishop here. This checkmate would be a nice way of doing it. But what happened in the game was rook here, which also works. If king takes, then pawn here. That's another way of doing it. And then he didn't take it, so king g7, queen f6, mate. Okay, it's very nice. And the other game is still ongoing. So that pawn is really nasty from J.W. Wells. But actually he can win. He can win this game. He just takes that pawn and the 2 knights mate. So if he remembers the 2 knights and queen with the pawn mate, if he remembers that, then Colwem is winning the second game. So can you remember it? Yeah, so oh, maybe it doesn't work because bishop at g8. So queen takes f7. Yeah, queen takes f7. Yeah. Queen takes f7. So if he does queen takes f7 now, he has everything he needs to mate. The only slight worry is could white go bishop at g1? Now that is a slight concern. Yeah, so it doesn't quite work. Bishop at g1, king h8. Yeah. Bishop at g8 though. And that actually stops the mate working. So queen takes f7 looks like a brilliant move and you're forcing mate, but bishop at g8, king h8, rook at h7, king takes bishop, and then bishop takes queen wins the queen with check. So this is actually very tricky. So actually, like I think after all, white is winning this game. But yeah, we can get back to the. We can get back to so what happened in. It's my move here, and you're going for a defense. Knight, rook, queen.
Yeah.
All
Saw
these.
no alternative but to defend against the checks.
Yeah. So I've got so many pieces in hand, but I just need to somehow. And you've got nothing, so I just need to get checks basically. So I'll do this. So what actually happened in the game was he went knight h3 first. Ooh. I mean, he's giving opponent more material by going knight h3 first. Queen takes f7 was more tricky because then the opponent doesn't realize that. Well, it's not as clear that the knight is coming. But okay. Okay, so I just do this. I'm going for a runner, basically, with my king. Oh, I could have taken that bishop. What?
I think this move is better, though.
You tricked me.
I wanted you to take it so I would get pawn checked, but now I don't even have anything.
But what was the point of it then?
Just to get an extra pawn in hand and then get pawn checked.
Yeah, okay. No, but the thing is that bishop is really good coverage. It's a good defender. Okay, hang on, I can take that.
Check.
What's that do exactly? No,
Check.
this is all over. Meanwhile, in the Colworm game, he's found the bishop at g8 trick. So it's reaching an exciting conclusion, as it were. Okay, so you're stopping one of my ideas. The other idea is to use knights or something. Okay. Okay, so I should have mate here. Let's just try and calculate it. I'm going to go this one. Check. Rook takes, king takes, queen takes. Then I've got another nice rook in hand, and I'm going to use the rook on the back rank to draw you out. I think this should work. I haven't calculated it right to the
Check.
end. But my idea is just
Check.
to draw your king away from that queen. So something like rook,
Check.
just to draw you away.
Yeah, I'm toast here.
Actually, I was thinking. No, hang on. Yeah, I think you are, but not what I was doing. Okay, draw you away. Okay, draw you away one more time.
Check.
Just waste all my material. And now maybe something like, if knight here check, you have to come. So rook. So hang on. If I go this knight check, and then okay, so I need to click away. I'm thinking Chancellor check actually cuts off the king from running. If you run back, a rook mates, so you'd force to come up. And then I can check with the rook. No, I can't. I can check with the rook here, and then you go here. Okay, I mean, and that will work. I'm not sure if it's the most efficient, but yeah.
Check.
Sorry about this. So you're. Oh.
All right.
Oh God.
Let me back in the game here.
I didn't see that down bishop. Okay, how's Colwyn doing in the other game? Wow, he's actually defended somehow. Takes. He looks like he's defended somehow. Wow, okay. He might take it, that's incredible. Okay, so that's really disappointing. I just gave away all my pieces and I haven't got mate.
That's what I did. So we just take turns giving away all our pieces and not mating each other until someone runs out of time, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, let me give you more time.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was just terrible.
I should have mate now.
Oh, that was just so awful. This is so embarrassing.
Check.
Defended so well and then maybe got a bit distracted.
Yeah.
What you were going in for, because like, oh yeah, okay, so I can sort of see where this is going. This looks kind of dreadful.
I didn't see your bishop was defending.
Check.
That's the problem. Okay, I mean, the problem is you can just... yeah. Just gave away all my
Check.
pieces for free. It's just like, that's so terrible.
Check.
So, well done.
You lose.
You finish it off. Rook takes, bishop, mate. Okay, so in the Twitch chat, hi there, UC Sim. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've checked out your channel, Twitch channel. I love your content. Grandhouse with Jarl. Please keep it up. I'm going to do graphic elements and arts if you're streaming. Find the
I
link
think that's spam.
in my profile picture. Okay. And hi there, GB Tammy. Yeah, if you're interested in my stuff, check out my YouTube, and that's all organized nicely into playlists. Twitch doesn't only keeps the last week or so of content, so that's the place to check stuff out. Okay. Oh wow! So Colwyn won game 2 at the end of all that as well. That is incredible. So let's just show. In this position, I was thinking queen takes f7, but the problem is bishop at f8 immediately. And I was thinking you try and avoid any checks by going king h8, this, and then you're suddenly forced checks and you lose the queen with check, and this is bad. It's not like an immediate mate, but it's saying something like bishop takes g5 because that covers any knight swings back, and that will lead to mate, for example. Okay, so, but apparently black does have king takes bishop, lose the queen, and white then does have a slight edge, but it's not completely obvious. There's no completely obvious mate with only a rook and a queen in hand. So yeah, so it was in this game, queen takes f7 was the move. Okay, instead he gave up more material first, made it very dangerous. In fact, now white has forced mate. Bishop at g8, so white found the move. Queen takes, bishop takes, king takes. But now white blundered. I thought he blundered by checking with the rook. So the thing to do is check with the knight and draw the king out. But checking with the rook, I thought black was safe here, but black apparently is not safe because knight here check is still dangerous. But by not doing anything, forcing, he then opened up he just allowed the black's mate to continue. So wonderful performance by Corwin brings us back level in this ZH League tie between our two teams, because we were two points behind, and 2 matches to go. Mohar 369 on board 7 and Jasugi 99 on board 1. I think that's right, on board 1. So that's a great. I really was. JW Wells was on a 14-game unwinning streak before this match, so amazing to get a 2-love victory against him. Yeah, the 2 knights mate was really important to know. 2 knights and queen mate. Oof. Okay, so I'll check out the chat later. But yeah, back to this Grandhouse. Yeah, it's been really great playing these games. Sorry for the distraction.
I see what I missed. I missed on move 37. I
Yeah,
missed
let's do
instead
some.
of taking your queen.
Check.
Yeah, let's do some analysis. Move 37.
Put the analysis in. I missed mate in 6 at some point.
Right.
GB Tammy, good morning or afternoon. C3 check is it's just mate in 1, isn't it? Missed mate in 1.
So which move? Which move is this? Move 55. Yeah, move 55.
37. I missed.
Yeah, move 55. You also have mate in 1 with a chancellor at f1.
Oh man, I missed so many mates.
It's the chancellor mates you were missing. Yeah, this chancellor here is mating because it cuts off, and it cuts off the whole rank.
Move 50.
55 onwards, you missed loads of chancellor mates in 1, and then an archbishop mate in 1. And then here's checkmate. It's a kind of
Oh
smothered
my
mate.
gosh,
Okay.
I'm trash for this game.
Yeah, but you won the game though. So let's see. Let's play it through again from the beginning. So in the opening, I think I got a slight edge, just a slight edge, having a better center. E6 maybe was not so smart. F6 in response. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think. I did not. Yeah, yeah, making use of this diagonal immediately. Okay, so you did that later. I wasn't sure about blocking up the center, but anyway, it seemed to work out nicely. Bishop to a7. Yeah, bringing out the bishop was nice. And that was a bit of a mistake. So best move here was just backing off, apparently.
It hates every move I make.
Yeah, it's a difficult game. Knight g5. Yeah, it doesn't like knight g5. It wants bishop takes pawn. And it doesn't give the full line, so it's hard to say. So why would it want a pawn? Probably to put on here, I'm guessing, but hard to say. King to d1, bishop to i8. Yeah, of course, c7 to e6. Yeah, it really wants you to sack pieces for pawns in this middle game. I'm guessing it's because. But anyway, regardless of this, you get.
Oh, it wants me to sack bishop for pawn.
Yeah. So it wants bishop at h6. So bishop here on this long diagonal. That's true. But that doesn't defend this pawn, so that's quite surprising. And it says I have to back off. I don't get that at all. Bishop, it wants bishop at h6, but I can just grab this pawn. Maybe the queen gets trapped or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay. So anyway, somehow I'm losing -15, but after your knight move, then it all kind of, yeah, the knight, instead of going in for the sack, yeah, knight takes b3 and winning my chancellor. That was obviously a smart thing to do. But then, yeah, because you didn't do that, it kind of leveled up again. But then I started losing again, despite my big center. And did you have mate? Yes, so you had mate. You had even mate in 1, as we said. Queen takes c1, and a2 to c3 is checkmate. Yeah, because that's what's really interesting about this this piece, the Archbishop. It actually controls 4 squares at once. It controls a whole 4 squares because it controls the knight and the bishop all in one piece. So it controls all 4 squares. That's what makes it such a scary piece. So yeah, you were kind of close to mate. So I shouldn't have sacked the queen, but if I didn't sack the queen, it was also no good. If I go here, rook at b1 takes, and takes here is a smothered mate. Why is it a smothered mate? Oh, because the bishop controls this square and this bishop controls this. Yeah, the 2 archbishops control those 2 squares. Okay, yeah, interesting. So yeah, a nice smothered mate there, which was missed. So instead, once the knight. Yeah, so dropping the rook was bad, basically. Dropping the rook was really bad. Drop queen instead of
dropping
rook.
the rook at a1.
Drop queen at a1.
On move 41, I should go rook at b1, not rook at a1. Because then it forces bishop takes, and then I go queen d1.
Rook at b1, yes. Rook at b1, bishop takes, and then queen. Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a bit ahead of you, maybe.
No.
Oh, but I can't see
it.
what you're looking at on the screen. Okay, there's a delay.
No. This is exactly what I saw. Exactly what you're saying. Yeah, takes, and then queen here comes in and mates. Yeah, completely.
Rook at a1 allows king b2, which you played, and then it's a mess.
Completely, exactly. Critical. So anyway, I found the move king b2. Okay, so and then I should have. Yeah, so
I did actually have mate.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to go rook at f7. Sorry, rook at h7.
Yeah.
Rook at h7 mates.
I mean, so even on move 53, rook at g9 and then chancellor at i10. So the chancellor will cut off the back rank and also cuts off the g10 square. And then with another rook on the back rank, we're going to be mating. So it's very straightforward mate. So rook
Yeah.
here. If he comes this way, we go rook here, and pick off the queen. Everything's very easy. So rook here. If you pick off here, then Chancellor at I10 cuts off the back rank. You might go to here, but then we have another rook here, and you could try and block, I guess, but then we just checkmate with. Oh, you can't. You can never go to the square anyway. Yeah. So rook here, king takes. Chancellor here, king there. Rook here, checkmate. So very simple mate in 3, which I missed, and then similarly again I have to put the rook in front, but I missed this because I just didn't notice that square was covered by the bishop, which is very silly. And then it goes, the whole game reverses, and it's your game again. Okay. Well, good games, Jarl. You won them all, but they were both interesting.
Yes, they were interesting and difficult. I guess I'm gonna go and sleep for a bit. Okay.
Sleep is strong. Okay. Good night.
Yes. All right.
And good afternoon
Talk
to
to you soon.
everyone watching, or good morning. Okay. Bye, everyone.